guys, so it's been an exciting past couple of months. First off, the kayak. So I got the kayak out, got it all dusted off, pulled all the gear out of it, got in some new gear, ordered some new stuff, pretty much changed up my entire rod and reel arsenal. There'll be reviews coming for that. Right now the stuff is brand new. I want the new to wear off. But I am really happy with what I chose, and I'm really digging it, and I'm going to see how some of it will play when I go and fish saltwater as well. I got some new tackle in, new fish finder, kind of upset at ram mounts right now. I ordered the ram mount with the curve, and it goes down. Unfortunately, they sent me the straight bar one, which is cheaper, but they sent me the straight bar, and I didn't feel like going through the hassle or whatever, and it was $7, so it wasn't a big deal, but I was really disappointed in that. And but I got it mounted, it's set up right, my side engine works now, and everything's good. I modified the seat so it's quieter, got the new propeller in, and the shorter one with a greater angle to fix that cavitation issue, and it's been working out great. I've had the kayak out twice. I'm going to show some footage of my last trip, and you can kind of see my setup. Created a crate for behind the seat with 3 rod holders on each side. I like that better than the rod holders that are internal. For some reason, I always hit my eyelets on those rod holders in the Titan, and they're noisy. So I really didn't like that. Last year I kind of dealt with it, but 3 of my rods from last year, the eyelets were broke, and I can only think it's for me, pushing them in, or basically pushing them in, and it hitting an eyelet, and I just had enough. So I went ahead and built the crate, got a tackle behind me. Liked the setup, didn't like the tackle underneath me, but that's where I store my battery and my snacks. I'm a big guy, so I gotta have my snacks, with that propel on the engine, so we gotta keep the engine full. Something else exciting this year, I picked up a fly rod, and I'm gonna learn that. I've never fly fished before. In Kentucky we have some pretty good trout fishing. And it's something I want to experience this year. Might even take the kid along with me. I think she'll enjoy it. I got her ultralight set up, so we'll just put a fly on that and see what she can do with it. So that turned out that should turn out really entertaining. And let me think. So hunting season last year was really good, especially for public land hunting. I really saw a lot of deer. I didn't get within bow range, but I really wasn't expecting to my first year hunting. I didn't know where to be. I didn't know how congested it was going to be, and it really shocked me that it actually got busier in a weird part of the season rather than when I was expecting it to be busy. So, definitely notes. And I also know where I'm going to go next year. I've kind of figured it out. Hopefully I'll be able to go scout it during turkey season. I am going to hunt with the crossbow and get that all set up for turkey season. I already got everything rigged up and ready to go. I got the fishing stuff rigged up and ready to go. I'm going to do some reviews on a lot of the stuff that I picked up new for this year, but I want to give myself a few months of actually using it. To give you all my honest opinion. I bought all this stuff with my own money. Nothing was sent to me. I did win a raffle or a giveaway for Dinsmore Outdoors. Thanks, man. Got it in the mail. I actually used a fillet knife on 11.5-inch crappie I caught last Saturday. The box was sitting on in front of my front door when I got home, and realized my fillet knife was dirty, so I washed that one off real quick and just used it, and did good. Really liked it, and thank you, I appreciate it. And once I hit a certain amount of subscribers, I will do giveaways and stuff. I'm not there yet, And not because I don't want subscribers, but I don't do this for that. This is more of me sharing what I enjoy doing with some friends and family that are far away. 98% of the people I know live over 2 hours away from me, so I really don't get to see a lot of the people that I've met. Or I'm sorry, a lot of the people that I know in my life, I don't get to see them in person very often, and when I do, it's kind of like a special thing. Which I do have some trips coming up, which should be really interesting. And then I'll be possibly bow hunting with my dad in October. And we haven't hunted together in forever, and we've actually never bow hunted together before. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, hopefully he lets me shoot video. Unfortunately, this year I'm probably not going to be able to go catfishing with him. But I will definitely make the hunting thing happen for sure. So really excited about that. Like I said, I got a ton of new gear, including this camera that I'm shooting on. I'm really digging it. I'm really liking the quality it has. And you know, I'm just blown away by it. And the things I can do with it. I will be kicking up another channel that deals more with what I do work-wise, and not really tutorials or anything like that, but just talking about my experiences. The tutorials might come later. I'm just strapped for time. I like to spend my extra time, you know, doing the things I enjoy, whether it's hunting or fishing or backpacking or camping. You know, definitely, you know, when I got my kid, you know, if it's not absolutely perfect weather, she's not much for the outdoors. So hopefully we'll get some more videos going on. I do want to thank everybody for your feedback on the Triax video. I had no idea. So when I got my last bow, the guy at the shop, and I'm not going to name names here, but the guy at the shop gave me what was off the shelf. And they measured me for my draw. They said my draw was 28 and a half. And so I shot that for a long time, and I thought that's what my draw was. So I just, you know, in my mind, it was just, you know, this is comfortable. And so I got used to shooting that. And before bow season or whatever, I would shoot in the backyard almost every day, at least 3 hours every day. And you know, I just got used to it, especially over the years. I just thought everything was right, and I didn't have, you know, anybody else to tell me it was wrong, because I didn't know anybody else that bow hunted. So, like around me, like my, you know, my dad bows hunt, but I don't get to see him that much. So, and the last thing we want to do is shoot bow, you know, practice archery. We'll shoot guns or drink beer. So, you know, it became the normal for me. So when I went to Whitaker's and talked to those guys, they handed me a 30-inch bow, and I shot it, and it felt just like, it felt like I was, you know, reaching for Mars or the moon to try and pull it back. So they had a 29, and I shot that, and it felt great. Like, it gave me a little bit more, and it felt right. So that's what I settled on. That's not what they settled on. It's what I settled on. Those guys are great. They've been phenomenal helping me out, and you know, really understanding some finer points of archery and setting it up and everything. It did great because he knew that I was going to come back and get a longer draw, so my arrows were actually cut longer. And he did that on purpose because he kept telling me, I think you're going to need a longer draw. And I was like, man, well, that feels great. So I don't know. So finally I went back after all y'all's comments and, you know, looking at how my arm was bent. I went back there and I was like, dude, can you put on the 29 and a halves? And in like 10 minutes he did it, which was great. And I shot it a few times, and I mean, it felt really perfect. And, you know, so we're all set up with that, but I need to take that back out and shoot it again and make sure the tape's right, and then if not, I'll have to reset it up for the tape, which I don't mind. You know, it was pretty much the day that I got it, I had a lot of stuff to do, so I was kind of in a rush, and I shouldn't have been. But you know, it's all good, and I was excited to get it. I love the way it shot. I love the way it felt. Um, and it's always shooting good. There's something weird about shooting on camera. It just raises that, um, that pressure up a little bit. And with all the people and stuff that were talking to me, I forgot to change the sight that one time. So I mean, it's all good. But this is the stuff you got to learn. Calm down, and make sure you know what you're doing, and don't let stuff affect you. So that was it was a good lesson to learn. So, but I want to thank everybody for their feedback and their observations, and I really appreciate it. And I hope now when I go shoot it, it's a lot more comfortable, accurate, and it's just I really hope that when I do get to hunt with my dad, that I actually do get to harvest a deer with it, because I think that'd be pretty cool. And then, unfortunately, his draw is a little shorter than mine, so I don't think he'll be able to shoot it. But I really wanted him to check it out and see what he thinks. He's not a Mathews guy, and I'm really not any brand, so that's something else. I buy everything out of pocket. I do my research online through YouTube and other things, and I try to find the stuff that's best for me, and then I'll get it, and then if it works out, great. If not, I'll either do somebody a solid and pass it on, or I'll sell. So it's like I had a Sea Ghost 130. It didn't work out for me. I rolled it twice, and it just didn't work out. So I needed a bigger watercraft, and it was either a Hobie or the Titan. But looking at the pedal drive, and if I wanted to, let's say something happened to me, and I wasn't able to pedal anymore, then I could mount a trolling motor on it, and get around that way, if at all possible. But that's definitely, that's why I went with the Titan. I'm not saying Hobie stinks. I'm not saying Native's the best. It's just what I chose. I really enjoy it. I can walk around in it, no problems. The size of it's great. I love that it's foam injected molded. It's stiffer. The vibe, I could feel it like flex, especially when it got hot. I could feel the plastic flex. This thing doesn't flex, and I am extremely rough with my gear. So if it can stand up to me, it's good stuff. And the only thing I have a concern about now is the Boondocks landing gear. It's getting wobbly, and it's not. It's from being pushed and pulled. Because places I go, they're not like smooth. There's potholes, there's other stuff. So when sometimes when I push it backwards, or I'm pulling it and it gets stuck, I'll just yank on it. And I think over time it's bent something, and I think it's actually the brackets. Because I've looked at the welds on the axles or the bars for the wheels, and they look great. It's actually, I think I've actually bent the aluminum on the inside. So I'm gonna take it all apart and take a look at it and see what I did. And this might be just me being too rough with it, but I'm probably gonna have to take it to a welding shop and get some kind of brace that mounts into the track system, welded on, to keep those wheels in place and where they should be. So that I can't beat it up. The plastic discs inside the wheels have actually come apart, and I've had to beat those back in already. That was a pain. Yeah, I like it. It lets me fish, but that's one thing I got looking into. And we'll do a boat tour. We're going to do rods and reels reviews. I'm using all kinds of different line. We'll do some tackle updates of what I'm using. If y'all want to let me know what y'all are using, that'd be great. The fly fishing video should be hysterical, because I'm going to take you all from first cast to first fish, and then 100th fish, hopefully, if I'm lucky. And you know, and then we're gonna come right back in, you know, around to hunting season after fishing. Might even get some hiking trips in with the dog. And I got her a harness so she can go pro up. And we're gonna do some fetch videos in the backyard. And she's taking a nap right now. You know, we got 3 inches of 2 to 3 inches of snow. So I was gonna go fishing today and get some more video, but it's just too cold, too nasty. So yeah, I mean, that's where we're at, and that's what we're gonna do. And y'all stick around. It's gonna get interesting.